Whoa, it's the Illusion reporting from somewhere on Spaceship Earth. I'm in the Terra Cruiser. I'm heading off Rainbow Mountain here real quick. I'm making this video is for all the new subscribers. Welcome aboard, welcome to the high frequency tribe. We are all here trying to keep a super positive vibe in a world gone mad. Ah! So it's kind of classic, so I figured I would give a little bit of a breakdown of who I am if you're a new subscriber, because I know y'all got here via the bowl cut maintenance video, which I did a long time ago. So it's pretty trippy to see there's been a resurgence of that. But what I find really interesting is the resurgence came about 2 days after I made a video talking about what I wanted to manifest for 2018, which was I want to get a million subscribers, but I was only kind of joking, and all of a sudden I got the big boost. So keep passing the word and spreading the videos, and let's do this thing. So look, the main concept of what I'm about is I kind of have a catchphrase. I am a manifestation of your imagination. Right? You get that? That's why I'm called the Illusion, man. You hit the play button, you create the story here. I'm just a guy with an iPhone who's living his life. I don't really have any super special objective except to stay positive in spite of myself and how I perceive the world. Whoa, just 1 second. I gotta stop here and make sure I got some power going. And generally kind of the vibe I got going on here on this YouTube channel is I don't do a lot of edits when I do this kind of vlogging stuff, but I also make a bunch of other videos, and I do a bunch of interviews, and I make travel vlogs. I've been at this game for like 7 years. And, we just do what's in front of us. I've been kind of woke back up. I was sidelined for about a year with a pretty serious back injury. And if you're new to the channel, I'm just kind of getting my stride back on. Literally, I was laid up with a bulging disc, and I didn't do surgery. I went and healed it through physical therapy. And I'm back surfing and skating again. So welcome to me. I'm stoked to be skating again. Yeah, and some of you guessed I'm 48 years old. I have a son who is about to turn 3. I've got a wife, and I've got a 13-year-old stepdaughter who I love but makes me crazy. And I live in Malibu, California, the home of the American ego. And we're doing our best to grow some organic crops in the backyard and not watch television. We don't have a television in our house. We don't have a Wi-Fi signal. So these videos, I go down to my preferred local surf shop, Drill, and I upload them there, or whenever I'm around a Starbucks, dude. And I'm not hyping Starbucks, man. That's a toxic company, but they got a Wi-Fi signal, and I use it. So what else is, the whole basic trip with this channel is that we're creating reality by experiencing reality. So how you perceive reality is totally based upon what's going on with you. And I'm a person who suffers from depression, though I'm an internal optimist, man. I'm willing to go through the darkness to get to the light, man. And that's basically what this is all about, is realizing that you're an infinite beam of light, and that you're untouchable, and that nobody can stop you. I don't believe in any sort of allegiance to man-made realities. I'm a speck of stardust, and that's how I roll. That doesn't mean I'm not subject to the trappings of this body and my perception of the 5 senses, but that's what a lot of this channel is about. Some of you, I know I've seen comments are like, whoa, some of these videos are pretty gnarly. Yeah, because I'll share my failures just as much as I'll share my successes. Because I found with my experience with YouTube is a lot of people trying to gloss over life and be like, oh, it's just so easy, man. All you gotta do is eat some turmeric and do some yoga poses, bro, and just, you know, travel about with your backpack and everything's just fine. Everything's fine. Dude, that's not reality, man. Life can be a struggle, man. Some days are good, a lot of days are mundane, and some days just outright suck. But what do we do when it sucks, man? What do we do when our back's against the wall? That's what defines us as human beings. And I firmly believe that part of the journey is accepting defeat, and when you're down, to rise up and be victorious again. But again, that comes from the internal truth that you are a perfect creation of the universal consciousness. I talk about God a lot, but this is not a religious channel. That is for you to decide. I am not a pumper and a promoter of any way of being. I just share my experience here on Spaceship Earth. And you know, why do I call it Spaceship Earth? Because I'm a big fan of Buckminster Fuller. He wrote a book called The Operator's Manual to Spaceship Earth. Really profound book to my upbringing, which basically is that Earth's a closed loop, that we're all in this together. There is no exit. There is no way to escape Earth in these bodies, that we all need to get along, and we all need to figure out what it is that we're doing here, and ultimately that we're having this human experience to actually realize our spiritual truths. And as I understand it, we are really just sitting up in the great upper heavens, perfect. And that we came down here to experience imperfection, to remember what perfection was through imperfection, right? So if you've watched the bowl cut video, then you'll know that the key to perfection is imperfection. And that's what I'm about, man. I'm about the imperfect reality and trying to do my very best to stay positive and keep a high frequency. And in the midst of that, we just make some wild videos about this and that. And hopefully I get to interview some people here and there. And we're just rolling hard. And I'm fully open to the new subscribers, man. I have an email down below. I do phone counseling or just phone talking. If you just want to check in, I'm super accessible. I got a line of t-shirts and hats and some art I slang on the side because I don't really care about YouTube's monetization policies, though I do keep monetized to stay in the algorithm. But as we move forward, like, look, man, I'm just doing this because it's part of my experience as a human being, having this spiritual understanding. Like, people make comments on videos and I forget, dude, I made almost 1,400 videos. Like, I don't really know what's in most of them, man, because I would say this right on closing is don't confuse the message with the messenger. Look, I've realized a long time ago, I tap into some sort of something else and I become a conduit for a bigger message. And that's why I don't edit these talking videos a lot. Sometimes I stick my foot in my mouth and I blow it and I say something off the cuff. But you know, you live by the sword, you die by the sword. I'm not afraid of anything I have to say. I'm not afraid of being corrected. The one thing I ask, if you're new to this channel, man, let's keep it positive. And that's not about sugarcoating that. It's just dude, there's no reason to attack anybody in the comment section. There's no reason to really be negative, man. We're all just trying to have a super cool reality. And I'll tell you this, if you see some trolls out there, look, they don't stick around long, so there's no point engaging at them. There's plenty of there's so many super cool people on this channel, and I've had the pleasure of meeting them all over the world. And all I gotta say is welcome aboard, welcome to the high frequency tribe. Have a cup of coffee, let's hang out, let's get this done. Let's vibrate at the highest frequency possible and make our reality that much better here on Spaceship Earth. And what we find when we do that is it's exponential and it's contagious. The more positive you are, the easier it is to be positive, and the more you make people around you positive, and the more they make you positive, and it's just this feedback loop. Boom, 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 a feedback loop. So I'm fired up, man. I'm fired up to be like, see, all I did was put something out in the universe a couple days ago, and it's already starting to happen, man. So that's what this is about. All right, it's the illusion. Yeah, welcome.